It's hilarious because, you know, when they do marketing, they try so hard to get people to learn who they are through marketing.
They want to get established. They want to have something that to be like, ooh, I'll remember you by this.
So then they do that over and over and over, and then we become, you know, they become famous through their marketing. And then once their marketing is set, then it's like, you should never change it. You know, like we are.
Well, now because we don't call them Band-Aids, or we don't call them adhesive strips, they're Band-Aids. We don't call them a tissue, they're Kleenex. You know?
Yeah. Pass me a Kleenex, or pass me a tissue, or pass me a Q-tip. You know, those are brand names, even though. But
marketing is evil in a lot of ways, but it's also genius because it really plays on the psychology of people a lot too.
Yeah, it's hilarious. But so that was funny. So like story time, super funny. It was, we were in Hollywood for an EA.
Hollywood.
Yeah. So we were in Hollywood. What's up, Jay? What's up, Bassreich?
They just call it LA now. Yeah.
Bassreich's first. Jay, what's up? I know everybody's like,
first.
I actually haven't seen that in a while on YouTube where somebody puts like a comment first. That used to be a thing back in the day.
It's unfortunately reserved for the guys that have like, 5 to 15 million subscribers now. Ooh, look, I was the first one on. I was on here 30 seconds.
Hello there. But no, so we were at EA Play in Hollywood. It was a bunch of us, like Remon and Miss Passiert, and I don't think Cubs was there that time. No, Cubs wasn't there that time.
Video, no.
Yeah, he wasn't. But Mobile Gamer was there. Arnold was there, and so we were given a ton of EA games. Tons of EA games. And this is
guys, we got a couple boxes of this garbage we don't want to bother with, so here you go. Go nuts with that.
Skywalker Vader, what's up, brother? Hodor's Heroes, what's up? What's good?
Good morning.
And so, and it's on Arnold's video.
Still.
It's one of his lesser viewed videos, but it should be his literally #1 hit. It was an awesome video. If you haven't seen it, you got to watch it. I've literally just
your top grossing video.
I know. I went back and watched it literally just like a month ago, and I laughed my butt off. It is hilarious. It's so funny. Super, super funny. What's up, Nightmare? And so anyway, we were at EA, and because we were game changers, they were like, they had a party for us, and they're like, hey, you can, take games if you like. And they had these tables out, and there was just cases of games.
There's the free merch pile.
And we got there, and we all had, all the game changers had a handler for the game you were there for, right? We were there for Star Wars, and so we had Jesse, this guy named Jesse Anderson, who was a really dope dude. He was really nice.
Not Pinkman.
Anyone who's been in this game, who's reminiscing with me, would know this guy. Jesse Anderson was awesome. And so Jesse Anderson was our handler. He was also kind of like a public forums guy here. He would respond to people here in the forums a few years back, like three plus years ago. And Jesse was there, and Jesse's like, hey man, we're here for the game, but you guys can party, have some food and drink, and outside, they're giving away free EA games because this is an EA event, and you're game changers. And I'm like, well, what's the rules on that? Like, what do we do? Like,
give me some parameters, or I'll make my own.
Yeah, can we have one game? Can we have 2 games? Do we get one of each game? Can we have a case of games? Like, what's the damn deal, kind of thing? And he goes, oh, don't be greedy. There's a ton of people here. Just grab like one of each game you want to play personally. And I was like, well, that makes sense, and that's a reasonableness.
Use it, not just, free to be free.
So we went in, got in line, and I just grabbed one of every game because I didn't know which game I'd like or not like, and I wanted to play every game. So I grabbed one of every game, sat down. Plus, we flew there, and I'm stupid, but I do carry on only. I'm just one of those guys. I don't like letting
saves
people
you money and frustration and having your baggage end up in Hawaii.
I don't like people going through my luggage. I'm like, I just don't want you rummaging through my crap. I had YouTube studio stuff. I didn't want you going through my stuff.
I don't want you joking behind my back about my skid marks. So just move on.
Yeah, okay. But so I was like, so anyway, I had carry on only. I'm like, I just want enough I can put it on my carry on, and they give you like, grab bags and stuff anyway when you're there. So I was like, I don't have enough room for everything. So they gave us like a backpack type thing. And I was like, that's cool. An EA like bag. And so I was like, I'll put it in there. But while we're sitting there eating, Remon was there. Remon from Team Skunk at the time. Remon's still on YouTube. Remon's awesome. What up, Remon, if he's there? Remon's there, and he's like looking around, and he kind of calls, an apple. He's like, what the you know what I mean? Like, he's not happy because he's like pointing everyone out. And there are streamers that are walking out with cases underneath their arms, and their handlers are like, no big deal, you know? And I'm just like, so we were like, what?
You're not handed the appropriate information for this.
Yeah. And I'm like, what is going on here? And so our whole table of, you know, Star Wars Galaxy Heroes, you know, YouTubers, we're all like, what the hell is going on? Like, I thought, and so anyway, Jesse, our handler, had left. He just like bailed on us. He was like, do the right thing, and left. We were just like, what the hell? So, but everyone else was going out there, and it was like shark infested water. Everyone was going out, and they're just like, UFC case. And then EA made it worse. It was like dumping chum in the water. What up, apropos, in Ray Rock? It was like dumping chum in the water because they were then bringing more cases and more cases.
Somebody's going like, oh, hey, we're finally getting rid of all this garbage. And everybody's all like, eBay.
I know. Well, that was the problem because EA was like, yeah, we just want to get it gone. So if you can give it away on your channel or whatever, you know, do it. And so they started bringing it out. And so I asked the head of EA, who was like this tall dude standing over everyone. And he's like observing. And I'm like, dude, what's the deal with this? Like, why are people taking cases? And he goes, listen. As long as you're not selling them for personal gain, you can do whatever you want. Take as many as you want, and you can give them away as gifts on your channel or whatever. You guys are all influencers, so it's EA gifts. You can do whatever you want with them as long as it's for EA purposes, like through gift giving. We were like, oh! So we like got up and took off, and all of a sudden...
Video idea!
Yeah, all of a sudden, we were just like... We got caught up in the moment, right? So we ran in there. We all grabbed cases too. And we sat down. I grabbed one case. A bunch of other people grabbed 2 or 3 or 4 cases. We sat down, and then we were like talking about what we should do with them, right? Because we wanted to do something with the cases. And Remon jokingly, kind of half jokingly, I guess he was kind of telling the truth a little, but kind of joking. And then you know, Miss Passiert was kind of bantering with him, and they were like, you know, we could just take this entire case down to what's that place that you can trade in games?
Oh, GameStop?
GameStop, yeah. He was like, we could take these to GameStop.
Well, back when you probably could still.
Well, anyway, GameStop only takes one of each title. You can't take in a case of a title. They know that's like theft or whatever, so they don't trust it. So anyway, they give you like $1 a game, and a case of 24 would be $24. You're not going to get anything out of that, dude. That's just wasted. You could actually sell them for like $5 or $10 a pop if on eBay if you were going to be smart about it. But we were just kind of joking and talking, and then another guy that was with us had secretly been hired by EA. But EA said he was a game changer and stuck him. Yep, he was a mole, and they stuck him with us. And so he was with us.
Cheeky bastards.
Yeah, we thought he was a game changer, but in reality, but anyway, we were kind of just half-hearted, like joking and having fun. And he freaked out, and so of course he ran to EA. When we left, he ran to EA's lead guy and said, they're going to, you know, try and give them to GameStop, and they're trying to do it for selfish gain, and I'm an idiot. And so...
Tattletale.
I know. And so anyway, they called Jesse, and before we could get off the property, Jesse came running to us and like called us and was like, don't leave, stop, you know, and we stopped at the entrance before we could get out of there. And he ran over to us and he was like, where is all your guys's, where are all of them? You know what I mean? Like, where are they? Well, we had all kind of talked about it, joked, and then we dumped them all up there. We didn't want them all. Like I even said this to them. I'm like, how are we even going to get them back? Like, I can't even, I have carry-on luggage. There's no way I'm even taking these home. Like,
not going to pay all that extra money to put that on the plane with you.
So everybody dumped them. The only person that had any was we had like 2 people that each had like 1 case. That was it. So between all of us, of like 8 of us or 7 of us, there was like 2 cases of like 24. So we had like 48 to give away. And he was like, where are they all? And he was told we had like 20 cases because we had grabbed like that many originally. And so anyway, we had those cases, and so we had one.
Suddenly they're going to take issue with this. We're saying, yep, give them away, use them as doorstops. I don't care.
But
coasters.
But this is the thing. He stayed behind. The little bastard stayed behind to like, chat against us. And we left. And while we were walking, I was like, how many do we have left? And we were looking, and Arnold and I were chatting back and forth. And he was like, Chris is like, why don't we do a video? I was like, yeah, let's walk down the strip. And he's like, yeah, that's a great idea. And Remon's like, yeah, let's do that. Let's walk down the strip and like give them away. And then I don't remember who, Arnold said like, let's make them make sounds or whatever, like Chewy sounds.
Best impression or something.
Yeah, best impression or whatever. And so that's what we did. We ended up deciding that. We're like, we got 2 cases. We'll give them away. It'll be fun. It'll be a video idea. We'll have a good time together. We'll do that later tonight. That'll be good times. So we left with 2 cases to do that video. And then we get stopped at the gates like we're thieves. You know what I mean? Yeah. And so
you're letting people walk out of here with boxes of these things. Now all of a sudden we're suspects.
While we're at the gate, while we're at the gate being held by our handler, there's people like with huge cases under their head.
I'm going to eBay. I got Christmas gifts taken care of.
I know.
For
I'm
the
like,
next few years.
dude, Jesse, look it. And he looks and he goes, he's not my guy. I'm not worrying about him. You guys are mine. You guys represent who I am and stuff. I'm like, no.
Can you represent us, but yet you dished us at the party? Thanks, bro.
Yeah. Best Chewy impression. It was hilarious. Anyway, it's one of my favorite videos of all time because every time I watch it, it conjures up that evening and that weekend. It was one of the best times of my life, honestly. Those guys were hilarious to hang out with. The video has the snitch in it. You can watch it and you can actually see the snitch. He's near the beginning because he goes out with us that night because he wants to help film, like a little bastard wants to be a part of it. And so he like tries to help Mist Passier films this. We filmed the whole dang thing off of a cell phone. That's how ghetto we all were back then. We didn't even have like professional equipment with us. We straight recorded all of it off of a cell phone. And then Arnold edited all of it from cell phone footage on his laptop that evening. And it's amazing for the quality, like for what we had. We were so scared the audio was just going to be trash. And it is literally
all this work for nothing.
Yeah. To date, it's still one of my fave, videos of all time. It's still on a couple people are asking, is it still on Arnold's channel?
Oh, yeah.
Hills, yes. And for anyone that is, new to the channel.
I think somebody even knew the title too.
Yeah. If anyone has been watching Arnold for the last 2 years, you probably didn't even know this video existed. It's freaking hilarious, dude. Go hit him up and watch it.
It's ancient in YouTube years.
Yeah, it's ancient in YouTube years. It's like 4 years old. It's under his fun. He has like a fun category. If you go and like look under videos and then you look under like whatever, like you have different whatever you call them. My recall memory sucks with this medication for my migraines.
Oh, yeah, you get different channels within the channel or subcategories.
Yeah, but anyway, post it below. I'd have to pull it up. I'm not going to pull it up right now, but let me see. Let me see if I can find it really quick. I could probably post.
Quick look up. Test your might.
Yeah, Arnold Chewy. I just do.
Oh, really, Nightmare?
Yeah, somebody else
He's changed things up a little bit, but, I guess in a way that's what success does to you. Things change and evolve, and not everybody goes along for the ride. It happens. Yep, everybody's looking for it now. They're like, hold on a second, I got to check this thing out. Now we're talking about it. It seems hilarious.
Yeah.
Let's go back and reminisce.
Oh my gosh, he has so many Chewy videos. Oh, here it is. Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes Game Changers Funniest Video Ever. It only has 14,000 views. Dude, he doesn't put a video out that doesn't get 50,000 views now.
Yeah.
It's literally, I built the thumbnail for it, by the way. I built a thumbnail for it, yo. Oh, they can't see that crap.
Can't see that?
Yeah.
Well,
it's called Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes Game Changers Funniest Video Ever.
And post the link.
Yeah, that's funny though, but yeah, I built that thumbnail for him. And I built that thumbnail in 2 minutes, and he was like, this was back when Arnold was not Arnold that he is now. And he was like, how did you do that? He was like, that's amazing. How did you do that? And I was like, I just did that on my phone, yo. And he was like, damn, that's impressive. That was back.
You know it.
Yeah, that was back in the day when that was impressive. And now he kicks butt. But yeah, that's the name of it. If you just put an Arnold Chewy impression, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's 8 videos down. Or you can just type in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes Game Changers Funniest Video Ever. It literally was 3 years ago and only has 14,000 views. It is flipping hilarious. But anyway, we got busted for taking games that we didn't even take. We got called out while people were walking by us and stuff. Crazy, dude. That was so much fun. And then we ended up giving them away, all those games, like the UFC games and the other games and stuff. And we gave them away. We made a video, and so that's super fun. You'll see it. Oh, Mick Mole was there.
Oh, that's right.
That's right. He was one of the other guys, Mick Mole. And the funniest thing was that night after we gave those games away, we went to a pool. It was on top of a hotel. So we were like skylight hotel pool, and it was Mobile, Arnold, me, Remon, McMole, and
Ruh-roh.
Remon and McMole. And there were girls that showed up, and those two guys flirted with them. Oh my, anyway, let's move on. Story time. No, I'm just kidding. Oh my gosh, those guys, I love those guys. I freaking love those guys. Yeah, Miss Passier was there. He just chilled a little bit, but yeah, it was, oh my gosh. Oh, who's this guy? What's up, good old Maurice? Man, I wish you were there for that. That was hilarious. The snitch, man. I can't even remember his name now. He still works at CG, you guys. He was hired there because of his knowledge of ships. He was a pretty smart little cookie. And they hired him for ships, but now he works in the development team and stuff. He's a team balance expert.
Just moving on up.
Yeah, he's a team balance expert. What that means is when they build a part of the game, he has to play it to see if it's balanced correctly to be introduced into the game to make sure that it doesn't. But he went by Ducky. Something. It was something Ducky. Mage Ducky. That's it. Got it. Yeah, it was Mage Ducky. That was his name in the game, name in like Discord, but and that's what we knew him as. It was Mage Ducky, but the little bastard was a little spy on that trip. It was Mage Ducky. Damn it, Mage Ducky. Yeah, damn, imagine. Yeah, he was a little, Mage Ducky. Yeah, Tony Richards. Yeah, Mage Ducky. Yeah, that's bringing back memories, isn't it? A bunch of people are like, what? Mage Ducky? Oh, man. Okay. So what am I doing? Well, let's see.
What did we come on here for in the first place?
I've got Darth Vader in here because I'm just trying to get relic material. So I've just been farming this crap like mad. Trying to get as much relic material built up because I'm getting closer to the last two characters.
We're stockpiling.
Yeah, stockpiling.
You don't see that on there too often. Anything above like 2, 3, or 4, whatever's left over from your last attempt to upgrade a relic. I
really want Grand Moff Tarkin to 13 because he's got a capital ship. So I've been working on his Gear 13. And I've got the finisher.
Finish him.
Same thing with Amelin Holdo, and eventually Holdo will be used for another GL. So, but she's got a capital ship, and now I've got her capital ship, 4 stars or whatever, because I finally was able to do that event. So Hux is really my he's my poopy guy that I'm trying to go for. He's 5 stars now.
Last a few more stars before you can unload all that gear.
Yeah, last night I started playing at like 1 o'clock in the morning when you left. Because he stayed over for a game of Settlers of Catan. Expanded with, we had 6, we actually had 7 people playing, which you can't legally do, but we had 2 team up. So we had 7 people playing on a 6-player
We almost had Homeland Security in there kicking down our doors, say, hey, you can't do that. Settlers can only take 6 with the expansion.
And then we had Cities and Knights expansion, and it was literally going to be like a 4-hour game, my goodness. But anyway, we stayed up till like 1 last night. Super fun. Oh no, I can't do another sim. That's all for you, Hux. I'm sorry, bud. That's really sad, though. I'm really sad for Hux.
Yes, Mr. Wonderful. Cities and Knights expansion. So fun.
Yeah, Cities and Knights is the singular best expansion.
Now, if you know what we're talking
Settlers
about
of
here,
Catan.
tell me, can you play the original version anymore? Has it just lost all of its fun? The games go by too quickly because you're like, oh, this strategy's easy now because there's so much to remember in the expansion.
Yeah. No, I can't play the original anymore. If I do, I'm really bored. Yeah.
Oh, no, apropos, we know darn good and well if we sit down to a game of Settlers and we do expansion, it's not going to be a quick one.
Oh, I should always wait to farm him on my streams. I get like 0 or 1 shards of him. I'm so frustrated with that. Mm-hmm. And let's see.
It was you, me, and Arson K that we played a game of the original recently, and I think it lasted like maybe 45 minutes, 40 minutes, something like that. As opposed to our game last night, which was reaching into 3 hours, wasn't it?
It was 2.5 hours and we quit. And the reason why we quit was because, it was 2.5 hours in and we had like 4 people out of the 7 that were just done. After 2.5 hours, they were like, we're going home. And I was like, all right, well, okay. Then
Keaton Cortez, you might want to look at your keyboard. You might have fallen asleep on it or something like that. You know, kind of a copy and paste situation there. But hey, how's it going?
Dang it. That was stupid.
Yeah, Seafarers is probably going to be the next one we're going to try out once we can start doing that. Because they have that, but they also have, what's the new expansions? They're not expansions, but they're scenarios or something like that. I forgot what it was called, but you can expand on that.
Seafarers.
Well, they're Seafarers, but it was also the new expansions that were like the $20 add-ons that are kind of like you can have a scenario that sets up.
No. Those are scenarios.
Yeah.
So they're building scenarios. They're really cheap. I actually think you can get them for like $10. It's a scenario, and you throw it in, and it's a very unique scenario, but it'll play the same way every time. So you can only play it so many times before it loses its luster.
Michael Clark.
Hey, look at this. Fully crafted, yo, and I needed it. Sweet. That's
I
pretty
needed at least 4 or 5 of those.
Yeah, pretty neat. Oh, look at that. You can't not like that. Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. I always like more of them stinking things that you never stop needing.
Stun guns, dude. Stun guns.
Is that you were saying Star Trek version? Trek version?
Yeah, there's lots of different versions.
Of course.
Let's see. This guy, you get 2. I don't get 2, but I mean, you theoretically get 2. Mm-hmm. All right, live stream luck. Ooh, 2 and 3. There we go. There we go.
Some people are noticing the look in my eyes whenever you get this ridiculous live stream luck. So I think at this point, guys, it's probably just best for me to look away.
Yeah, look away. Look away.
I just can't look anymore. I can't.
And 3PO, I'm really working on 3PO, man. I really want.
Don't look at the arc. Keep your eyes shut.
Yeah, I really want him.
Rub those stun guns in our faces.
I know, right? I waited. I could have collected that last night, and I was like, no, I'm leaving it in there for them. Mm-hmm. What is this? This is trash day.
Oh, yeah.
This is the only thing worthwhile. Unless
Do
you're
you
a
have
brand new player.
6,000 this piece of gear yet? Nope. Well, here's some more.
Yeah. I actually use it. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
We actually do use this stuff. We got to crunch it down. You know what I mean? Especially this piece right here. I crunch this down a lot. This data pad.
Let's see. Ray Rock asked a second ago if we ever played Axes and Allies.
I have in the past. Yeah.
Is it a board game or is it a cell phone game? Oh, it's a board game?
Well, it's both now because
now?
cell phones are like that. But no, it was originally a board game. And I played it a long time ago in high school, but it's been a long time.
Most likely, a lot of these games are something we'd actually get into if we ever took the time to get into a new game. But since Settlers has been something that's been a long-running game for you and your family, and then introducing me to it, it's something that's like, hey, if somebody already knows it, knows how to play it, then kind of get pulled into the circle as opposed to, oh, look, I have no idea what this board game's about. I'm going to go to the store and spend $60 on it, and hopefully it's cool, you know? So, hey, if you want to get the game, come on over sometime. We'll set up a game night. We can throw that one up. And
anytime you're in Junction, come on down.
We'll get a whole new couple.
I would love to have Mobile Gamer over for that and teach him. That would be fun.
What was the other one that you just got recently?
Diplomat.
Yeah.
Diplomacy.
Diplomacy.
They actually require people who are going into the CIA and other intelligence. Yeah, other intelligence.
Other intelligence bureaucratic agencies.
Yep. They require them to play diplomacy to learn about how to manipulate, cheat, steal, destroy. You know what I mean? Like it's a interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. Michael Clark knows this because he relates. Yep. We all feel the pain there.
You stole my village spot, Mobile Gamer. Yeah. That's what you'd hear. He'd be like, hey, that's where I was going to place my settlement. Mm-hmm. That's where I was going to put my settlement. He's playing some new game with a bunch of other streamers. It looks kind of fun. I watched 2 minutes of it, but it looked like they were having a really good time where they kill each other or whatever, and they try and figure it out. Looked kind of fun. Looked pretty neat. Pretty neat.
Nightmare had a question, and I feel this with this question. I relate. If Luke Skywalker's alive during The Mandalorian, how come he can't Force sense him? So many things about Star Wars movies that we've talked about before, and we can come back to it later. But so much of the movies is the true fans who've read the books, who know the lore, who know the canon, who know the legends, all that, who come in and fill in the gaps for us because they just can't seem to ever put this kind of reasonable, knowledgeable stuff, things that are actually go along with the story. They just can't seem to put it into the movie. So luckily, you have super fans out there that kind of help fill in the gaps for us. So really, in a lot of ways, Luke knows darn good and well about a lot of the people out there. He's Force sensed them. But if you go along with what The Last Jedi told us, is that he shut himself off for the Force for a long time. So it's a possibility some of these people popped up out of nowhere, and he has no clue about them because he's been away from it for so long. Or he knew all darn good and well. He had this stuff all documented somewhere, but why put that in a movie, you know?
Yeah, playing Among Us. That's what it's called, Among Us. I think that would be fun to play with him, play Among Us. It looks fun. No, I actually can explain that. So if you watch Star Wars, there are dozens of situations throughout all of the Star Wars movies where someone that is Force sensitive is literally next to somebody else that they should know better, and they don't. Or they're in the same vicinity or the same area and they should know. For example, at the very first movie, like Darth Vader is in front of his daughter, and he doesn't even know, like,
Can't sense nothing.
Can't sense nothing. You know what I mean? Like, why? Why can't you sense that her Force powers, she flies through space, you guys. So, like, why can't he sense, that special
Mary
magical...
Poppins through space.
Yeah, she Mary Poppins through space. Why can't he feel that? Well, for whatever reason, sometimes the Force is like that. Sometimes the Force protects users from the other side, the entity. It kind of almost like the Force blocks the other side of the Force. So they've put that in there visually to kind of cause that visual disruption. So it is part.
It's just a quick, loose end tie up there. We'll throw that in there real quick because we know darn good and well we've lost the continuity with that a long time ago. But apropos, you are right. Yes, I was much too far ahead in the timeline there because he was gathering younglings around that time. So, hey, he's just distracted. Or, again, maybe he knows, but nobody's ever taken the time to, on The Mandalorian or any of the Star Wars films, ever, address that directly, as opposed to just coming up later and saying, oh, never mind, here, just a quick one-sentence thing to fill in that gap. Because, made a whole Rogue One movie off of what was shown in the beginning credits of A New Hope. So.
I got to say, man, Rogue One's still one of my faves. Between Mandalorian's number one in my heart, and then... Really is. And then number 2 is Rogue One. Rogue One was number 1 for me until Mandalorian came out. Crazy enough.
Yeah.
And then, of course, The Empire Strikes Back is up there because the OG, the OG stuff is, always going to have a place in my heart. But
I can give Rogue One plenty of credit. I just wish that Kathleen Kennedy would have stayed on that path instead of just kind of veering off into what the heck are you doing?
Yeah.
But yeah, I will give The Mandalorian time. It is definitely all things true Star Wars, and I'm just excited every episode to see what kind of stuff they bring in because they finally got it. Somebody who got in control says, no, I actually understand Star Wars. Let's go ahead and get back to the original story here.
So a lot of people want to know, like, when I'm looking at mods, how do I analyze the mods that I want to purchase? And so when you look at mods, there's 6 mods, 3 on the left, 3 on the right. And for you, this would be the left and this would be the right. So the left side for you guys is always easy to get. If you look at your mods, you always have those mods available. The square, the diamond, and the circle. You just have a plethora of those, but on the left side, on the right side, your guys' right side, the arrows you probably have quite a bit of, maybe as you start to play and progress more. But the 2 you never ever have is the triangle and the plus. Those 2 you just never have ever enough of. And so when I'm in here,
you want a bunch of useless mods? There you go. Yeah. You want these 2? No.
So you'll never have enough money to buy mods, like just to buy them all and look at them all. You know what I mean? So when I come in here, I always look at the pluses and the triangles, and that's it. Because I'm looking for some really good pluses and triangles. So I look at the plus, there's no speed. I'm really wanting speed secondary at my, height in the game. I've got to have speed on there. I'll skip those. Here's a triangle, nothing. It's a crit offense with crit damage, crit chance. That's a pretty decent one. If it just showed speed, that would be awesome. This one right here, it's a triangle with crit chance. It does have speed, but it's a 3 speed with a defense. So I'm not going to spend because it's not optimal. There's going to be more that I'll find. So I'm going to keep going. This one's protection. It doesn't show speed. And of course, this one's white. You never buy white because you have to spend too much to figure out what's on it. So that's how I look at mods. The refresh is cheap at 15, but I don't do refreshes anymore. When I was playing a year ago, I would actually do 100 crystals worth of refreshes a day. So that's like, 8?
Just to try and scour some worthwhile
or 7
mods.
Yeah, basically 7 refreshes. I do like 7 refreshes a day. That's what it was. I do 7 refreshes a day and look at all those mods. And I'd spend probably 10 million a day in currency because I had it. I had 2 million or 200 million plus currency at the time, and I had nothing to do in the game. This was before GLs, of course. So GLs changed it because GLs come out and there's so much to do. You're just like behind now forever. They really put a huge curve in there for people.
Requirements pretty much guarantee somebody who's just starting out has at least a year to go before they can get close to a Galactic Legend.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Yep. And then let's see.
Nightmare wants to know how many plus 20 and 25 speeds you have now.
Not
enough.
Quite a bit. So, and then with this currency,
hello Germany.
Because I don't get this currency a lot. I only use this currency for these stupid, chirotechs. I have a hard time getting chirotechs, and they don't drop very well. So I really use this pretty much just for that. And then, of course, I bought most of this anyway, so I could convert it because there's always good stuff in here like this.
Always worthwhile. It's too bad it's only like 2s and 4s.
Yeah, but it's okay because
expensive.
it's basically it's free. You know what I mean? It's just you're just getting it from converting other currency into these pieces of gear. So you got to kind of cherry pick what you want to get. But
good morning, or I should say, I guess it is almost good afternoon now.
Good afternoon,
it's very technical at this point. Almost noon. So hi, Jacob Pop.
And then
we're all doing great today.
Yeah. Let's see. I got to slice some mods.
Offering you good, honest strategy and tips, unlike this current election.
Look at this one. I don't know how this will ever happen. I'm going to have to take in some wimpy team to do this. 15. Do I even want the 15 shards? Like, no, but it just bothers me. It's still in there. And then this one, defeat these guys. I just haven't been playing. But this one I actually want to do. It's Fulcrum, 3 of 4. I forgot I even had this one. I do want to do this. Yeah. 5 squad arena battles with rebels only. I had
such high hopes for this character, and she had a place at one time.
I know, right? When she came out, I was so excited, and with her whirlwind and everything, it just wasn't that.
It was one-shot kills if everything lined up correctly for a while there.
If you could get everything perfect, when she first came out, if you could get everything perfect,
she could much to line up, kind of like a Grand Moff Tarkin scenario.
Yeah, she could one-shot a character, but you had to have everything perfect. If she was with, Yoda and he passed the buffs and then she did her whirlwind, it was over. So whoever she hit was gone. And then defeat Hoth Rebel Assault Phase 6 Rogue One mission. I mean, that should be easy because I'm in a level of guild that I think that's the one we're going to do. So that'll be good. And then finish off 200 enemies with Ahsoka. I should be able to do that actually in that Hoth Rebel Assault, right? So that'll be cool. But I got to do Rebels in Squad Arena. That's going to be a tough mission because Rebels don't have a place right now. I don't have the Rebel team yet because I don't have him. But, speaking of that, I am ready for him, though. I mean, look, pretty neat.
Oh, yeah.
4 of them are above minimums.
Would you look at that there? I mean, look at it, would you? Just look at it.
Yeah, and then a couple of them, the only ones I'm concerned about are the bottom 3. The Lando Calrissian and
well, if you're like me, you're going to get Lando Calrissian at Relic 7 to get past the node you actually use
Han,
for, but you're not, so you'll be all right.
And Leia has got the foresight, so I'm not as worried about, that. But Lando and CHS, and CHS can revive and he can add back protection and health and stuff, so he's possibly okay. Yeah, he's possibly okay. Really, honestly, I'm really mostly concerned about Lando for this whole event. I'm concerned about Lando the most because the rest looks pretty good.
Such a useless gearing and relicking, unfortunately.
C-3PO and Hermit Yoda being at 3 is no big deal. 5 for Wampa is ideal. Same thing with Darth Vader. He's got his extra Zeta. CLS at 5 is great. Chewie at 7 is ideal for sure.
I don't know if somebody else was able to go back and answer Derek's question yet, but he was asking if there's a way that he could sell his mods from his inventory before they get full. If you're looking looking at your mods, if you're looking at a specific character on the left-hand side where you have your list of all your mods there, you can see the sell button underneath. But if you're like me, on both my accounts, have you noticed this? There's a couple of rogue 3-dot and 4-dot mods still hanging around that they will not let you sell.
Oh yeah, that's a glitch. That happens sometimes. I had a 4-dot mod that was like 23 speed, and I don't know why. I know you guys are going to say I'm stupid, but it was a 21 or 22 speed mod, but it was a triangle, but it was 4-dot, and you couldn't slice it.
Yep.
And it just, once slicing came out, it bothered my OCD. And then for whatever reason though, the game wouldn't let me sell it.
Yep. I still got two
Wouldn't
rolling
let me
around
sell
in
it.
my
Well,
inventory.
anyway,
I
I finally got a day where I was able to assign it and then sell it off of the individual, and I did. And someone was like, "Why did you sell a 21 or 22 speed mod?" I was like,
because it's 4-dot.
"Sorry, dude. That's just me,
OCD.
man. My OCD. I just had to." So this one is gonna still take a while, man. I still need 3 stars on the Sith Trooper, and I still need 2 stars on Hux. But I have Hux ready to rock and roll for his gear. I don't know if you guys saw that or not, but in my favorites, if you look,
Everybody's saying this event is really easy, so I guess they went and changed it.
I
I was able to do it the day that it came out, and I got him the first day, but man, it was a chore.
By the way, did you see Queel? They finally, I guess because I'm back, it's me, right? No, it's I came back, and the first pack I've seen for a character is a $9.99 pack for 30 shards with a bunch of stuff. And I was like, huh. 10,
You will spend $9.99. I have spoken.
$10 for 30 plus all the gear. Like that was back in the day, 4 years ago, what they used to do. And then they switched it to $20. And I was like, that's dumb. $20 is not worth it. But the $10 one, I was like, meh, that speeds up your farming a little bit. So Queel is 3 stars, gear 9. But you know what? This is where they get you.
Exo, apropos, yeah, it's a good point. If
Here.
they say if you have that mod in a loadout, you can't sell it. But nope, no mods in those loadout or no loadouts for those 4-dot mods. So no reason why is it still sticking around in my inventory.
Yeah, and these cryotechs are crap, but they're amazing. Like health and speed and a lot of tenacity. Come on, these things are super amazing. Health, speed, armor, tenacity. This is nuts what they build into these things. But they gave her 2, and then check this out. They gave him 2. So stupid.
And from what I can tell,
That's why they're
he's
stuck.
pretty much useless unless you have Vader in the team with you. So I don't.
No, he's good with.
Is he?
Yeah, he's really good on Empire teams with
Just in
Vader,
general?
without, and with the Imperial Troopers. Man, he is super
okay.
awesome with Imperial Troopers. So, but
I've
obviously,
not played around with his kit much at
he
all.
does have a tweak if he's with Darth Vader. So,
Oh, okay. So
yeah.
just kind of an add-on, but he's not useless at it.
Yeah, in a Darth Vader team, he's pretty awesome. I've heard, actually not even heard, just read one of them. It says if Darth Vader something. I read it. Right here. If Darth Vader is an ally, Darth Vader and Admiral Piet have 20% accuracy, potency, and tenacity. So basically, he gives a bonus to Vader for additional accuracy, potency, and
You have
tenacity.
a whole tune just so you can add more onto Vader's kit.
Yeah. But he also gives...
Because you ran out of room to type it all in, huh? Is that what it is, CG?
He also gives out the Emperor's Trap, which is plus 6% offense and potency per stack. Offense and potency per stack.
That's worthwhile.
Yeah. So, and it says whenever the Empire ally begins a turn or attacks out of turn, this could be Vader, all
Ooh,
Empire
I'm learning
allies.
things today. Yeah, everybody's
gain a
all in
stack.
agreement here.
Yeah. Yeah, it stacks their damage. It says all Empire allies gain a stack of the Emperor's Trap until they start their the start of the next enemy's non-turn, the non-Empire allies' turn at the end or at the end of battle. The Emperor's Trap can't be copied, dispelled, or prevented. It's just this. The Emperor's Trap is additional damage and potency. So they're landing their debuffs more thoroughly and completely, and they're doing more and more and more and more damage. And when you're talking about Imperial troopers, they needed that little just turn up the volume and damage a little. You know what I mean? Like
These Imperial troopers go to 11.
yeah, like they're just, you know, when you take your Imperial troopers against Night Sisters, they wipe the floor, right? But then somebody Relic 7s all their Night Sisters, and you're like, damn it, I can't quite beat them now. They're just enough to stun you and stun lock you and kill you, and you're like poopy. But now they're like faster and do more damage, and they're just wiping the floor. So it's like that one turn up you needed again to get
Night
back in
Sisters have
control.
had their day for too long. Let's go ahead and turn those Imperial troopers up a bit more. Oh, there it is.
Okay, so Nightmare asks, how's my, and the assisting's crazy. That's cool. Nightmare, question, how's your GAC going? So, my,
GAC.
yeah, GAC. Ugh, GAC, sorry.
Anybody ever played with Nickelodeon GAC?
Yeah. Yep. So I can't look at my previous one, right? Will they let me? I don't think. No, they won't let you go into your previous one. So
That's one thing I don't like about that. You can't go back and review unless you catch it in the just right time.
Yeah. So the last one, the first two guys had a GL. The first guy had a GL. I cleared everything on the top that was even his GL. He had a Luke team, and I didn't know what to do, so I just took in my CLS team. I was like, well, CLS should be able to beat Luke, and he did. They one-shot his, Han Solo's amazing. My Han Solo's Relic 7 with like massive damage. We'll look at my Han Solo in a second, but so I took in, I killed his Wat Tambor, and then we killed his Bastila Shan, and then I just hit auto, and they just took out his Luke, his GL Luke. And then, so I killed that, and then I killed the other 3, all single shots, by the way. And then I did his ships, all single shots, went down, did 2 of the battles, single shot, and then got stuck on his Ray, GL Ray. And his GL Ray, I did 8 battles. Well, initially I did 5, and I officially spent my tank. I had my 5 best teams left, and all 5 teams got wiped. And then I conceded. I sent him a letter like, hey, good job. She's badass. I don't have anything. And then I sent 3 more teams just to see. So yeah, it's trash. By the way, they're asking you which province of Canada do I live in? I don't live in Canada. I'm just in Force Canada. They're a really cool team. I've got some friends in there, so that's where I'm at. But if I was to live in Canada, it'd probably be
always appreciate
Edmonton,
our friends
Alberta.
up to the north, eh?
Yeah, Edmonton, Alberta. I've got friends up there. If I ever moved up there, I'd probably move to Edmonton, Alberta, because I've been there and I love it.
Hey, there's a few scenarios with this current election. If they play out that way, I'll be coming to see you guys in Canada.
I know. Mega space in Edmonton.
I'm not one for giving up on my country, but it's getting close.
Oh, really? That's where he lives, is Edmonton. Oh,
nice.
Yes.
Apropos says, no, come to Manitoba.
Manitoba. Oh, Manitoba. So that was the first one.
What about the BC? Isn't that all the place to be right now?
And I got 2,000 points, and he got 2,600. So I got 600 shy, and I couldn't clear an entire bottom half. So that was pretty amazing. I felt really good about that. Him having 2 GLs and me having none, and I felt good. Doc Diggler's from Edmonton. That is
actually
awesome.
I take that back. What am I thinking? If and when I head up to Canada, I'm going to Letterkenny. Yeah, that's where I'm going to hang out at.
And then
I'm going to go help them with their problems.
Number 2 battle, the guy had a Kylo Ren, and I was like, okay, so I need to figure out how to beat Kylo Ren.
So apropos, British Columbia is your guys' LA and California?
That's right. So
we're just hoping one day they're going to fall into the ocean. I mean, they will. Once our continental divide finally shifts, it's going to all dump over there, and we'll be better off.
that's a town in Ontario, dude. Letterkenny.
Yeah.
Yep. So the second GL, or the second battle I did, was against a guy that had, of course, a maxed out GL team, and he had Kylo as a lead, but then he put him with Old Daka, Relic 7, and a Relic 5, the tank, the Night Sister tank. And I was like,
zombie?
Zombie. I was like, damn it. So I beat it in 8 teams, but I had to figure out what teams were going to work against it. Well, the first team I took in was actually my bounty hunters, and they killed my 3 versus 3 team. Bounty hunters actually had time to kill Old Daka and kill Zombie. But then Kylo went into his ultimate and killed my entire team. But they were durable enough and revivey enough to last long enough to kill the Zombie and the Old Daka. So I got those 2 killed, and it was just his Kylo sitting there after my first battle, and I was like, damn, I just got to kill Kylo now on my second battle. Well, then I didn't know what would kill Kylo by his lonesome, so I took in team after team after team after team, and then he just kept wiping the floor with my teams on 3v3. Well, lo and behold, I took in my 3 versus 3 team, which was 501st, but with gas as the leader, and they destroyed him in like 15 seconds. I was like, what the fudge-nard? Like, what is this? Like, I didn't even know that he was weak to gas. I had no idea that was even a possibility. And so I was like, oh crap, I had 5s in there. I had gas. And then I had the I think it may have been Rex, whoever was left over for 501st. Oh, no. It was Ahsoka. It was Ahsoka. Yeah, it was like gas, Ahsoka, and one more 501st, whoever's left over. And I think it was 5s. And I'm pretty sure it was 5s. And I took it in, and we dominated him. We killed him right off the bat. And I was like, holy crap.
This actually works.
Yeah. So that was kind of crazy. It was gas 5s, but it was Ahsoka. And she assists and stuff because I have her Zeta, and like it was just nuts. It was they destroyed him, and he was all of a sudden in yellow, and I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna win, and I beat it, and I was like, damn it, I didn't record it, but that was my 8th battle because the battle 1 killed
a hollow victory. I guess.
Battle 1 killed 2. The 2 Night Sisters, and then Battle 8 killed him, and I had 6 hollow victories hollow defeats in the middle of just trash after trash after trash, and those actually weren't trash. I tried my Sith Empire team. So after I was done playing,
it's not trash. It was legitimate attempts.
I sent him a message like, "Well, I have nothing left, but I figured out what kills him now, so I know what to do in the future." But so I was done.
Yeah,
so,
Red Rock was giving you a shout out for that, saying it was a good battle. At least his guild leader thought so.
Yeah, so that was good. I was super happy about that. But now I know what 2 teams I need to take in now to kill that particular combination. But my God, that was a mess. And so that was a loss. And then the third one, it was me and the other guy who was in the bottom. And the guy messaged me and said, hey, I'm going to set some...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's like, I'm going to
throw some trash out.
Yeah, he's like, I'm going to throw some trash out for you. And if you want to throw some trash out for me, we can get some stuff set, earn some of those achievements. And I was like, oh, dude, that's kind. But I was thinking to myself, I'm like, he's going to...
That's too kind.
Yeah.
A little too
he's
kind.
He's going to throw a little surprise at me. You know what I mean? Like, that's just the way it works, right?
What you got hiding back there?
And so I knew he was going to do something possibly in this, like, this back row, the back territory. I just like thinking, oh man, he's going to do something back there. And if I use all my best teams to get like undersized squads, then he's going to probably... So I went to the bottom and I cleared the front 3, and he already cleared my entire thing, and he did perfect. He did perfect, but not perfect, but not undersized perfect, just perfect. Like, perfect 60 points or whatever, not 64 or
just
whatever.
Went by the numbers.
Just went by the numbers, yeah. But he got like perfect scores. You could tell he maybe lost a little protection on 1 or 2 characters, but all in all, it was like a pretty smooth run. So I was like, damn, I got to go undersized if I'm going to win. So I went to the bottom, cleared the front undersized, and I exposed the back. And lo and behold, guess what I saw?
Tricky.
Maxed out Relic 7 First Order team, dude. I was like, you bastard.
Was it a crew team?
It wasn't like it didn't have a GL or anything, and then he had a GL. So they all have GLs in that last round. They all had GLs. So he was kind, but he did put a little bit of a turd in the back.
So I'd be like, I'm going to be kind, but let's just see how strategic you are.
So I just used my Sith Empire, and it mopped the floor. And I was kind of expecting to lose some points, but I actually...
geez, you got First Order all over in here.
Yeah. So, my Sith Empire destroyed that. And then I cleaned that up, and I went to the top, did undersized squads, trying to use one character to kill some of his teams. I did that 3 times. I got 3. I used Han to kill one of his 3 teams. I used, Malik by himself to kill one of his 3 teams. I used Malik on his... I
do really enjoy his characters.
On his Carthonasi team. Yeah, Carthonasi team, with Karth, Vandor, and Mission.
So many good places.
Yeah.
Those teams, but under
so anyway, I won that.
I can take them out.
I won that one by like 16 or 17 points because of my undersized capabilities, and then so I won that. So I got 7th place, not 8th. So that was
last.
So that was last Grand Arena. So that's that, and then we're about to start a new one. I'll be 7th or 8th in this one as well.
Mr. Wonderful brings up something pretty funny. I don't know why I never got back to this too, but he said, "Shout out to that story about the rare plant that you got scammed on." Did you guys end up getting officially scammed on that, or did it show up?
No. It eventually. So that lady that we went to her house and like we ended up working with her. It all worked out.
You actually ended up becoming friends afterwards.
Yeah, we
became
at least
friendly.
Yeah, friendly enough. And she ended up, telling him like, we were talking and stuff. And I think he realized like, oh shoot, I didn't expect that to happen. So he messaged my wife and said, yeah, we're sending a new plant out for you. And the plant came, and of course it was sent USPS, United States Postal Service. And it's a prerequisite to, if it says fragile, to try to squish flat and stomp on and make known that you've attempted to destroy whatever's inside of it.
Hey, are you getting my luck now? I get packages showing up pretty regularly with boot prints on them where you can see how they stomp them out.
Yeah, it actually had footprints. Yep. Like they didn't even try to hide it. Like it was like they stepped in dirt first.
These are the people that some of you trusted with your ballots, guys.
I know. They stepped in dirt first, and then they stepped on the box, like to showcase. We actually crushed it, not accidentally. we actually crushed it intentionally with our foot of our boot. You know what I mean? Like,
and by the way, all of our new policies for our insurance program, you're not getting paid.
And so it came and it was all broken to hell, and it's not his fault, right? So it's like, whatever, but she's having to nurse it back to health. And the thing is a $400 freaking plant.
If anybody can, she can.
Yeah. And it's just a little baby, but it's not doing well, but it's not dead. So she's doing her best to keep it alive, and it's alive.
It'll come around.
It's alive, but it's probably going to take 2 years to, yoke it and keep it alive. So, yeah, championships are a thing.
Artisan K, when do you think they'll introduce Captain Kirk to the game? His special ultimate smolder. I have to say something about. You have to put an ability in there for something about how his Hawaiian shirt attack or something like that.
That's hilarious. So, what we can do is, I think Territory Wars started. I should.
Ooh, see how you doing?
Yeah.
I'm kind of curious as to how my guild's doing. We've been open and available for attacking so far.
Hold on one second.
So who's this Toyota and why do people think he's a mod? I don't understand what's going on here.
Toyota, yeah. Let me see, because I'm going to do a battle.
Adrian
I just want to make
Merrill,
sure
good morning, good afternoon
don't
now.
like-
Hey, how's it going?
that I don't attack the wrong thing. I think we always go north. Oh, hey, side note. We have 2 slots left in our guild. I think 2 slots left in our guild. If there's anyone out there that's looking for kind of a laid-back guild, let me show you our guild.
Ram, always blowing my anonymity on YouTube.
Who is that?
Toyota.
I don't know. Where do I look for our guild? Oh, yeah, here. So all heroics are on farm, of course. GOTB. We're all looking for everybody that's, 2.5 mil and up. Discord's mandatory, no exceptions. And we're at 48 of 50.
Communication.
Yeah, 48 of 50 members. We're looking for at least 2 more. We'd really like 2 people who are, active, but we're a chill guild.
That's ironic. You've got 2 slots left.
I know. You should come over, dude.
I don't know.
Dark Side Territory Battles stars. That last one we did was we did almost 21. We fell this much short at 21. Had we had the extra couple people participate, we would have easily hit 21, which was 600 crystals and the extra gear and stuff. So we were just shy of the 21. So
someone asked politely,
how many watch shards?
M-Strat 2, shout out.
Yeah, we almost max out the watch shards. I mean, I think we get between 30 and 40 easily, and that's without people even trying. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, we're definitely a smaller guild, I would say, as far as our size.
Apropos, I mean, you guys are all talking about it in there, so of course I'm going to call it out. I got nothing better to do over here. I'm just reading what you guys got going up here.
Yeah, and then 3 people didn't even jump into this. They must have something going on, which is cool that our guild's not like, if you don't, you're out. You know what I mean? People aren't like that. So that's cool.
Ram Bam, nope. Warrior is not back in Team Instinct.
Nope.
There's a scenario in which that could possibly happen, but at this point, I mean, do we really want it?
It's one of those things. I think it would be fun and great and good, but I just don't have the roster yet for any of that consideration. So, and right now, honestly, it would be too much stress, and I'm not going to spend, $10,000 to catch up. So it's not going to happen. And so,
thanks, Ram Bam, for clearing that up for me. Now I know who Toyota is. All right.
Yeah.
I'll be looking for you.
XO. Yep. So here's some.
Yep. Nope. You're true. That's true, XO. Some people aren't as big as others. I'm bigger.
Yeah, you're in a pretty cool guild. So there's some really cool teams in here. There's a powerful team, and there's a powerful team, 133. These are some good teams. Now, I've got a lot of different options, like, Gas beats this pretty easily.
Pretty handedly.
Yeah, pretty handily. Sith, the Triumvirate beats this pretty good. So there's that. Although the Triumvirate's one of those, it's kind of fun to keep that in the back pocket just in case you need them as a cleanup or to go against.
You always need a few just in case teams.
A slightly stronger Geos team, if you have a slightly stronger Geos team that you got to go against or whatever. But, with the level that we're playing at against, sometimes I have to come in here and do 2 or 3 of these battles. And so because of that, having to do 2 or 3 battles, it's like, so, and you can use Revan against these teams. It's just Revan's a bit annoying because you got to mark Padme and then do single hits, not the joint attacks, but the single attacks, and kill her. And then once she's dead, the whole team falls quickly. And then you're fine. So that works. So you got Revan, Darth Revan, the Sith Triumvirate, the gas. So there's 4 wins, but do you really want to expend all of those teams on this wall? Now, a lot of people at our level put like a lot of tough stuff on the front, and then it gets weaker as we go back. It's called the turtle theory. You put a hard external shell on. And that's kind of every battle I've seen in this team in Force Canada. When I've been with Force Canada, every time we fight, the first 2 are really hard. The next ones are easier. The next ones are easier. The only thing is sometimes they throw a hand grenade in the middle, like a GL, kind of in the middle, and you're like, oh crap, there's a GL we got to use to clear that. And sometimes
I'm one of those jerks.
Yeah.
You finally made it to the back wall. All right, let's just clear these guys out. What the heck is this?
Yeah. And so sometimes there's a GL in the middle, and we're like, oh shoot. So sometimes you got to kind of hold back some good teams, but I don't even really have much to kill GLs, but I do try to leave some Empire and Sith Empire. So between this Empire Sith Empire combo and First Order combo, like there's a little bit there to kind of kill or clean up. So I think I could kill one of these. Don't really want to use Revan because Revan is kind of what do you
Before you get buried up there, what up, Steve-O?
Yeah.
How's it going?
Yeah. Jedi Knight Revan versus Padme. You should actually mark Jedi Knight Anakin instead and just blitz him out and then take out Padme. You can do that, except for the mass attack actually provides back bonus protection and health, and he may not be killed, especially if he's in relics, and if he's modded right. That does not work, actually, and then you've wasted your mark, and you really want to take out Padme first, and so... he can do some damage, but if you're using,
stacks, yep.
if you have relict Jedi, your relict Jedi will actually survive his blast, his damage dealing. You know what I mean? So, and a lot of times the AI before you kill Padme, he'll use that ability because he's an idiot. And then when she gets into the yellow, he'll do his basic, which is a lot of damage, but he'll target your tank. And so it's like, okay, whatever, he maybe did that.
Mstrat can give you another shout out for your brother Timmy. Unfortunately, I just can't see that name and not think it without saying it in a way. Timmy!
Timmy! All right, so...
May not apply whatsoever, but just the first thought that comes to my head when I see Timmy.
Okay, so do we want to do one of these and go against it with...
William Deaton was asking if there's any chance of seeing you do the Luke event on the stream.
Oh, yeah, we'll definitely do that when it comes back around in like a month. It's coming back in like a month. Mm-hmm. So should I take one of these out with my Sith Empire?
Ooh, is that what you guys want to see? Sith Empire. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it'd probably be a pretty easy battle.
Or I could use my Triumvirate. If we want to use my Triumvirate.
They're a good counter. Which do you feel the most confident in that you're not going to want later?
Well, that's the thing. I don't know. I've barely been in Force Canada. We've only done a few of these, and I just never know what's in the back. And with Team Instinct, we knew exactly what the opponent was going to be placing in every single node.
You guys had guys that printing out spreadsheets for you.
So you knew they were like, node 1, this is what you're going to use. Node 2, this is what you're going to use.
I've already gone through your
Node
roster
3.
and I've picked out this. And by the way, fix that mod and that one guy and then go ahead and send them in.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's one of those things. But I could do like... Yeah, I think it's kind of weak down here.
Apropos, nice. Timmy and the Lords of the Underworld.
Yeah, we could do. And this one's a tough one for other people. We could do the Sith Triumvirate against something like that relic team. These completely relicked out down here. Jacom. Good old
I think there's some petitioning going on here for a while. They wanted to see Toyota as a mod in this group too. Apparently, he's a mod in like every. Is that every Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes YouTuber group or what? I feel like there's a whole lot of backstory back there. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, if you guys want to see me do one of these battles, just name who you want me to take out, and then what team you want me to use. I think I'm going to probably save my Sith Empire, just for the sake. We could use Jedi though against This team would be really easy. Or we could use the triumvirate against the bottom team.
Good old Maurice
He's
is
always
out of
watching.
here.
Yeah,
There
he
is.
left. Let's do a battle, though.
He's always watching, huh? Well, thanks for putting a creeper vibe to that.
I know.
Does he have a stalker charm and a rapist wit?
He's always watching me.
Like, hands down, the best mod in the galaxy, yo. It's his actual title.
Someone says Shock T. I don't have Chupio, Doc Diggler.
Cup Solo.
Sith 3PO, I showed the other teams. A lot of them are weaker. You know what I mean? There's like a lot of like 12 and 11. I try to leave
Coruscant
I try to leave these like weaker teams for the rest of the team because there's a lot of people in Force Canada that don't have 7 million GP. So you know what I mean? Like,
Right.
and some of those have some Gear 12s and stuff. And so, and there's this one up here, but it has one battle on it. And I don't.
Mirror match?
I
Question
don't
mark?
know what's going on with that, but I could probably clean it up. But then people are going to go, oh, he got 15. Oh, what's Warrior doing? Oh, he must have preloaded. So
Mine doesn't look preloaded. They look all full there. They probably backed
Yeah.
out at the right time.
yeah, they probably forfeited or whatever.
It's the only good thing to do.
Show off
the only
your mace
right
when
and noteworthy thing.
No, I can't do a mirror match. I'm not going to show our defense, but they can see the front row.
Half the people don't know. Well, I'm in the know now, so
So, oh yeah, because they're there.
now I know, and knowing is half the battle.
Yeah, and then I set a lot of teams. Maul and Twisty Nub set
Nub.
quite a few teams too. They go in and set up fill-in teams for like if we have holes. So like at the very end, if people have failed to like fill the gaps, they go in at the
right.
last second and fill whatever gap we have.
We got a couple of guys like that, just like, oh, it looks like it's getting close. I'm gonna go fill them in, and I'm like, I've got an hour and a half. Come on, I had a team for that. Dang it.
Force Canada, you guys, for anyone who's asking.
Mm-hmm.
So
Aldre's on it.
yeah, G.I. Joe.
Oh, this guy is on it tonight.
Oops, I hit
That
back.
guy's an alien. It's just a natural reaction he has. He makes that noise every few seconds.
All right, I want to do at least one battle on here. Let's take one of these out. We could take out a Shock T team. Let's take out one of the tough Shock T teams. We could do Jedi Knight Revan with Shock T. That one's pretty big. Let's see, 124. Is there another Shock T that's bigger than 124?
I always like it when I have a confident team. And I'm going through the list here going like, no. Who's the biggest and baddest? I want to knock them out first.
Yeah, there wasn't. I mean, let's do Shock T, and then let's do my except for, you know what? I think I set my Jedi.
Oh, on defense?
Yeah, I think I set my Jedi on defense.
Let's see. Let's look. Let's find out. They're higher up in your list than that.
No, I know.
At least Jedi Knight Revan is. Oh, Rambam's got a good point. Force Canada plus Toyota Canada. Match made in Swagagaga heaven.
Yeah. There we go. This would be a pretty easy, fun team, I think, to take that out.
With a Dookie annoyance tacked on.
Yeah. Yeah, Duka.
Yeah, he is a Dookie that's hard to pass. Let me tell you.
My tank's actually a liability. I should have gone in with
Harrison
4.
Ford of this group, and I poke you, and I point at you, and I poke you.
Yeah, I should have stayed it. Yeah, Dookie's annoying, but my tank is like only Gear 12, so he's actually kind of trash or whatever. But he's
He's your personal character that you've put time into.
No, Dookie pants. What the fudge nard?
God, doggone it, Dookie.
You gone and done, Dookie.
Dang it.
Yeah, they're killing themselves, but I gotta survive.
Durka.
Yeah.
Me G, Durka G. That's some fine acting.
Damn it. I can't believe Dookie died that fast. My tank totally did not taunt fast enough or long enough to survive. That was, oh no, and then they're going to die. I got to kill 5s first, man. Come on.
If they'd give you a turn, good grief.
Yeah. Well, she gives a lot of.
Good.
Don't die. Don't freaking die.
Good grief, Karga.
Don't freaking die. Let me kill 5s first. Don't die on your own.
Tank harder set. Yep, see? People are on top of it today. Matt Damon.
Let's take.
He says kill Shock first, but doesn't 5s just fall over dead at that point?
No, good. Lucky it doesn't
Oh, that's
kill
right, it's
them.
only 501st.
It doesn't kill them to do this. This is going to kill them.
501st.
This is going to kill them, so I got to do this. So luckily it doesn't kill them. Her leadership ability. I just don't want to kill.
First.
I know, but I don't want to kill any of them. That's going to kill them. Oh, I killed 5s. Damn it. Now, yep. Now I got it. Now it doesn't matter. Now I got to kill her. I was trying so hard to save.
That's okay. You got Annihilate coming up here.
Yeah, I know, but I was trying to save killing them. I didn't want to kill them.
Such a tasty move by Catan there. Let me just take all your buffs and thank you.
Damn, 277,000.
You do not cast these dispersions. There is no boning going on here.
Yeah, I was trying to save 5s. Oh my gosh. No.
Trash.
Scotty
Utter trash.
Oh, man.
No. Scotty doesn't know.
That is exactly what I didn't want was 5s to die. That is exactly what I didn't want was 5s to die and to bump them up like that. That sucks.
Yup.
Well, what
It's
did that
not how it's
happen?
supposed to go down. Order a recount on that play. Yeah, let's have to go back and double check those votes. See what was on there. Something fishy.
Yep, that was. I can't even believe Dookie died as fast without any countering. I know, right? Wah, wah, wah.
Well, back to making shit
Matt
videos,
Bailey, yeah.
warrior.
Bad Dookie. Bad Dookie. Let's just take in. Let's see. Let's do it. Let's do it like a Rebels
sweet
thing.
burn of the day.
Oh yeah. Of course. After I call it out early, and then.
Yeah. What can you do? That's what happens when you call things too early, right? And mass media. When you get the heck out of here. I ain't heard no fat lady. What's this thing with fat ladies? You're obsessed. I don't know why, but at this point, I kind of feel like it's time for me to start doing my my Jeff Goldblum impersonation. It's crazy. It's almost like wild. I mean, like every time I do an interview and I have a mic in front of me, I have to put my hands on the table like this, and occasionally I just think to myself and wonder while I touch my wrists.
I need a damage dealer though. God, I don't want to do Rebels. Rebels suck. It's only 2 and they're crippled. I just don't want to take in anything good.
Rebels don't suck. Rebels got a hug.
Yeah. I can't even believe that, dude. That was so crap. What's your favorite game mode? Well, not this game mode. Yeah, that was trash.
Yeah. Hey, yeah, before sticking on this line of quoting here, now that's what I call a close encounter.
Yeah, ships for sure. I love ships. Rebel fighter.
Ewoks with a question mark.
Can I do my Rebel fighter and put... Oh, I can't put her in. She's not a... Where's Mon Mothma? She's Rebel, right?
Yeah.
She'll die, though.
Yeah, she's only a Rebel that just really helps out the Rebel fighters, but she doesn't have a Rebel fighter tag. Just like a lot of these Jedis that don't have Jedi tags. You know, because they'd make them too OP.
Yeah. I could do like an old school, like...
Rogue One?
I'm just saying, I could do like an old school, like, counter team. That's all Gear 12, though. They're Gear 13. That would just be a slaughter fest. I just don't want to take in something good. I can't believe that happened. That's my effing luck, dude.
Yeah, you know, I guess if it had to happen, it had to happen on a live stream, didn't it?
Oh, of course. Yep. That was because I was
you have
trying.
A relic Mason there?
Yeah, dude.
What? Wait, what was he for? Oh, he was for Jedi Knight Luke, wouldn't he?
He was for his ship.
Oh, it was for a ship. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, those things. That's right. Yeah, I guess
know.
somebody still likes those.
Well, we could do this. That's not really a ton of damage, though.
Now we get to stick with more Independence Day quotes, and you get to go in there and be like, "Hey, boys, remember me?
I don't have Phoenix.
I'm back."
If this doesn't clean up, I'm going to be so effing pissed.
Now just fly your F-14 right into the weapon, just directly. Kamikaze Quaid. There you go.
Because he's so like... 8,000. He shoots like, let's see.
I did not know that, Toyota, but hey, who wouldn't be a Windu fanboy? I mean, he's just been so underrated in all the movies and games. It's ridiculous.
8,000, that was all he did. There we go. Oh my gosh. I got 15 regardless. It was like the universe going, you're going to get 15 points whether you like it or not, warrior.
You like it or not, so somebody come get her.
Yeah. Oh, there's another one. Ouchie. He tried.
Kim Shin Wookie.
Last one I did, I cleared 6 off this first node, all with first wins, just for the
you
record.
and me both, Aldry.
Yeah.
Picked a hell of a day to quit doing amphetamines.
I know, right?
Ooh,
Ram,
donation.
$5. Well, you have a relic mace, so I'm sticking around. Welcome back, warrior. I knew I liked you when you taking him to R7. Nice, thanks, dude. Yeah. As soon as I hear about a rework, man, they definitely got to do a rework on him.
Surely you must be joking. This is no joke, and don't call me Shirley.
Oh wait, they dropped this. When did they drop this?
They dropped it, I think, like it was hot.
Yeah, they drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. What? There's so much in here which isn't in here.
Yeah. Look at all these capital ships and not enough ships to fully reinforce them.
Yeah, I like to do this and then go.
Good old home one. Tried and true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm all for it, guys. I do think that Mace has needed a rework for a while. You cannot be that amazing of both a light and dark side force wielder and be chunked out so easily in so many ways. That Clone Wars anime, though, really showcased his badassery, so at least he had that moment.
Yeah, Force Canada, they can have my back. I cleared 6 off the Padme front wall last, and all of them were 20-point wins. So just saying, that was horrible. I can't even believe I did that. And I used my Sith Empire last time on a team similar.
Oh, yeah.
Except for it was Padme. It was not...
William Deaton, excuse me.
Yeah.
You're welcome for the content. He's here to help.
Thank you very much for the donation. That was very appreciated. Streamer, it didn't happen. I know, right? They're like, well, I don't know. It's Force Canada can keep it their little secret.
CG is anti-Mace. Stream it or it didn't happen.
I know.
As I like to say these days, selfie or it didn't happen, you know?
Yeah.
You went hiking, you went out four-wheeling with the four-wheelers today? Well, selfie or it didn't happen. Make sure to get a terrible angle. We have like a double chin and the sun's hitting you just right and it looks like you have a horrible receding hairline and, you know, all the bad things. But it's okay. You're out having fun. Look at the dust lines on where my goggles were. Oh, here we go. This is looking a little bit more promising. Just want to let you know. Good luck. We're all counting on you.
The tag team back again. Oh, yeah, a little offense up, a little potency up. Let me take that away.
Everyone's anti-Mace, it seems. Well,
I
that's
know.
unfortunate. I mean, he's
that?
a terrible character in the game, but he's just amazing as himself anyways.
So
But
that's
yeah,
actually a video idea that I want to do probably this week. That I actually wanted to talk to everybody about, which is reminiscing, but
opinion time.
but
Poll.
not just reminiscing on the YouTube channel on the stream like we did today, but I actually want to build a reminiscing video actually on specific characters and when they were great, because a lot of people who play now, have no idea that certain characters sucked before. Like, let me give you an example.
Jedi Knight Anakin.
Jedi Knight Anakin was introduced into the game at inception. He was in the game. He didn't have a ship. A lot of people don't know that. He didn't have a ship. He sucked. He was just horrible. He was just a terrible plug-in character. He was not good. The Jedi, literally, as a faction, were trash.
Yep.
And
They're all Galactic Republic, and it just wasn't really worthwhile.
I mean, at least his
Ew, what's this on my shoes?
At least his art was okay. And Grievous was trash since the beginning. He was literal trash. I remember Remon, if anybody wants to remember Remon, Remon tried to put a square peg in a round hole forever, man, because he tried to max out Grievous and mod him right and do everything
Arnold,
he
we're always
could.
petitioning for him.
You're asking if I think they should change the GP stack on Grand Arena. Yes. I think they should do a look at that because
they should.
Yeah,
my other account gets 1 week where it's nothing but buys and I don't get to play at all, or it's teamed up with other guys where it's like, oh, I'm sorry, dude, why the heck did they put you up against me? I'm going to slaughter you.
Yep. So yeah, they should definitely look at that.
Mm-hmm. Yep. See, Rambam knew. Even Arnold was petitioning for General Grievous for a long time.
But like, if you look at General Grievous, but even like for example, the Anakin, like Anakin just. He just sucked. But he was just sucky for a long time. But now if you were to start the game in the last year, you'd be like, Anakin's solid. He's a good player. He's a good Jedi. He's got a good ship. In fact, he's got one of the best ships in the game. He's part of the pillar system. You should go for him. He's an easy farm, And if you go and look at that, you go, oh, let's look at Anakin. And actually what's funny is he's... a lot of players have only been playing for a couple of years who are watching. So they go to Jedi Knight Anakin and they go, he's got a Relic 7 Anakin. So, man, Anakin must be really good. But, like, this character sucked for the first 2.5, 3 years in the game, dude.
Yep.
He didn't have a ship.
We all knew better. But you take a look at that and just be like, oh, yeah, pass. Oh, yeah, pass. It took me forever to get him geared up and relicked.
And this actually didn't really change, much. Like this didn't change. This did a little bit, gave him the Galactic Republic stuff with the Padme ad, the evasion. The biggest thing was the insane amount of tweaks to his power band when they went to relics and stuff. Ahsoka was bad. Yeah, Ahsoka was like, she had like weird synergy with Night Sister. Night Sister sucked too. Do you remember that? Night Sister sucked. And then they brought in Mother Talzin and the zombie and the spirit. Before the spirit, zombie, and Mother Talzin were introduced, and before Zetas, Night Sisters were trash. They were just trash.
We were talking about Raid Hun the other day too. He was trash before the Zeta.
Yeah. So anyway, I just thought that would be a really fun video. I'd probably write down some of the factions and characters that sucked, and then reminisce, talk about back in the day, because a lot of people that are playing now have been playing only in the last couple of years. They're relatively new to the game, and they have no idea what is versus what was. And perspective is everything, right? I know a lot of people...
Back in my day.
I know a lot of people say, oh, your perspective on those galactic challenges was refreshing, because you came in and you said the Galactic Challenges was fun, and a lot of people had kind of a negative connotation to those events. So it was kind of fun to hear your positive take on the Galactic Challenges. And I thought, a lot of people complain about certain things or characters, but we have a lot to be appreciative about. I mean, think about it.
It can change your perspective on the game a little bit when you're getting to the point you're feeling like, oh, screw this, they're not helping me out. I'm, stuck behind a paywall. Well, just remember what it was like before this point.
Yeah. Do you remember when, like, the Rebels were meta? And I'm talking about the Wigs combo.
Oh, I remember the Wigs combo
Orlando
quite well.
With Orlando for his AoE, and then then Rogue One had just come out, so then everybody who had wailed out had the Chirrut Baze combo, the Chase combo. So you had the Wigs Chase combo +1, and people would either put in like Lando for the AoE insanity, or they had
my Raid
Anakin, or
Zeta.
they put in like a Leia to like do the triple mollywop, because she was like, do you remember the Rebels had their heyday early on, man. They really did. Another really fun Rebels team early on that was really fun to do was because Biston wasn't really very
Weren't
popular.
you
but
like early
Admiral
on? weren't
Akbar
you,
and Leia combo,
Oh,
because
yeah.
every time Admiral Akbar, if someone uses an ability that's not an ability, not a like a shooting ability, like a main attack ability, they use some other ability, they get somebody else shoots out a turn, and that's still a thing. It's his leadership ability. Whenever an ally, just an ally, uses an ability that isn't an attack,
Ooh,
they
thanks,
call a
Steve-O.
rebel ally to assist. So talking about the good old days, Steve-O. Yes, thank you for the donation. Appreciate it. Yes, exactly. This was huge. He gave speed and tenacity, and back in the day, that tenacity was super important because there wasn't much. And then speed was super important back then. He made your team really fast. It could make the difference between winning and losing because mods weren't as big back then. They were really hard. And early on, it was before mods even. He was even popular before mods were even a thing. So that would really speed your team up. If you go back and watch my very first video, he's my leader. My very first video ever. He's my leader.
Wasn't that around the time
Leia
that,
is in the
Sunfac
team,
was, like,
and
the tank to beat?
Sunfac, Funsack was in my team, and I had Funsac. I had just wailed on him and just got him, and he was like, if you had,
you were holding first
if you
place for
had
quite a
him,
while.
if you had him, he was the best tank in the game, hands down. If you had that Geo, you were set because he had the dispel on basic, and that was like unfreaking heard of. So someone would hit him because he's taunting, and he'd shoot back and dispel all buffs on them, and this was just insanity because they would try to get because you would dispel their tank. So they'd be hitting your tank, you'd dispel their tank, and then you could mollywop whoever the hell you wanted to mollywop on their side. So really crazy. So yeah. Yeah, and then Matt Bailey, that's hilarious, Matt. A lot of us did this. I'm going to show what he's talking about. This was a super sad day for a lot of people. Just before Bastila Shan came out, people were working on their Yoda. And where are you, Yoda?
Oh, yeah. Before the Yoda rework, he was garbage.
And his leadership, Zeta. And it gave extra tenacity, turn meter gain whenever we resisted a debuff. And they were like, if you do this, the Sith raids, the section 1 of Sith raid, phase 1 of Sith raid is so much easier. You can get so much more damage, 5 million damage in phase 1 of Sith raid. It's so stupid. And then everybody went to go Zeta this. And back then, a Zeta took you
that took forever.
over a month. It took you 40
forever.
Yeah, it took you 40 days because back then you didn't get a guaranteed 2 pieces every time it dropped and then you get 6 pieces a week. No. You could go weeks without getting a Zeta piece. Weeks.
Actually, around that time, they had some kind of a glitch that happened in the game, and they gave everybody a full Zeta. And I ended up needing, for Thrawn, in my Phoenix squad, some kind of extra boost to help me get above the edge there because the event was about to end. I went and used my first Zeta on Garzeb.
Really?
In the Phoenix squad. Yep, he was my first Zeta for a long time.
Oh,
He shot right to the top of my roster because of that, because of GP.
That's hilarious. My least used Zeta, but I don't regret it. But people are like, what's your least used Zeta? Like, what's the Zeta that you kind of regret, but whatever, would be this one. I don't.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I don't really need his Zeta. It's not necessary. It's not needed or whatever, but he still has viability. If you can get anyone under 50% health, he's an insta-kill. So
with his AoE.
No, he just has a smash, man, right here, overpower.
Yeah,
no matter what, you just bring him in, and it deals damage to a target enemy and gain critical chance up for 3 turns on a finishing blow. If the target has 50% health or below, it just deals massive damage and can't be evaded. Just massive damage and can't be evaded.
He was in some event. I don't know which one it was, but he was a pain in the butt for a while there because I'd show up and I didn't have fast enough team. He would just do that one move and then wipe the whole board. Done.
High ground. Let's see who posts a video now first of this, Cubs or Arnold. I know, but I'm going to definitely be doing a reminiscing video. We're going to go back. We're going to talk. I'm going to make a list of some characters that'll be fun to discuss. I think this would be a good time.
I want to go back to a question that RSG Vormax had. He was wondering what my secret to growing a beard was. And, really, there's no secret. And I think it's unfortunate because, a lot of people don't do this anymore. And I think it's something that's kind of lost in this generation and among a lot of men. You need to spend more time drinking from the skulls of your enemies, standing knee deep in the blood of their children. So have a few more scenarios like that. Get a little bit of true war grit and grime on your face, and it'll help grow it out. No, I used to joke all the time too. It's like, well, if you spend enough time, about an hour in the mirror every morning, and just concentrate really hard, you'll help increase it that way.
Want a beard? Sure.
Yeah. No, for me, it's just genetics. When it comes right down to it, when I see somebody who talks about how oh man, I wish I could grow a beard like that. I shave once a week, and I'm like, oh my god, that would be amazing. Only shave once a week, not have to deal with razor burn, not have to deal with throwing away useless disposable razors that get dulled in 3 to 5 shaves. All that kind of stuff that makes me think, oh, I wish I could enjoy the day without having to shave it. But from the opposite end of the spectrum, I can see why. But genetics have a lot to do with it, but I guess these days there's a lot of beard products out there, a lot of oils that supposedly help speed up the growth there. So there's always a possibility anyways. They also have the super expensive treatment where they can actually transplant hair, I think from a lot of other places, but notably from your rear to your face, and $7,000 to $10,000 procedure, kind of like Bosley hair treatment, and you can literally transplant a beard to your face. So there's plenty of options out there if you're not blessed with overactive genes like mine.
Well, we started with story time. Did I have anything that I was going to end on? Do you remember?
I know we didn't really have much of a story time, just
the
I
wanted to do
reminiscing
that
side of things.
Yeah, I wanted to do that front end story time.
What's your?
I wanted to front load because I wanted to start out with that just to talk about that. I thought that was kind of funny, so I didn't know if you had anything, but. We will be doing, like I said, I want to hopefully this week plan that video out. I think that would be fun. Reminisce just a little bit about some of the characters that people take for advantage, today that sucked in the past but are good now. That CG has taken the time over the last 5 years to take the time to rework those characters and take them from trash to greatness. Mm-hmm. And now new players have no idea. They just know those characters is good. And that's all they've ever known. And they don't realize the amount of time that's been put into really balancing the team. And that's perspective. And I think that's healthy and good and fun. And I think it would be a good time. For example, exactly like Ram says, like Dooku. Dooku is one of those characters that, other than mine, apparently mine dies extremely fast. Mine died so fast.
Go back and look at him. You're probably like, oh, whoops, I yanked a bunch of mods off him for somebody else. No wonder.
Yeah. Dark Jedi asks, am I going to update the pillar system? I might, and I might not. I might actually do something slightly different than the pillar system. I might do something more like a journey guide that's actually going to be more like, kind of where you should go first, which will look similar to a pillar, but not so much, where you should focus firstly on, and then not just be a video of what people should focus on in the first year of their gameplay, the things they should focus on, the ships they should focus on, and just kind of be a overall perspective on the things that are most important to look at, do, and things. And then we could have a follow-up video on, talking about the how to buy gear and things like that, how to utilize energy and stuff like that. And then, have more of a mid-game focus, because there's now a journey guide inside the game that helps them to kind of pick and choose where they want to go and what they need to, so they can kind of see what they need to farm. So that's less important. But it is still important to kind of give people focus on what's trash and what should we not be chasing, and what's not trash and what you should be going for, because it's path of least resistance, right? Mm-hmm. Things you're going to get anyway, you might as well get, and then you can
quick and worthwhile.
Yeah. And some of them, like GLs, are just so outside of the reach of individuals. And if you're going to spend money, you might want to go this route. If you're not going to spend, you might want to go this route. So it's something I'm taking a look at. We'll see. Rebel Fighters is something that's kind of cool. I've really haven't got to experience that much. I think my Mon Mothma.
Yeah, we need to get on the forum after this. Something new got posted and people are talking about a way to get things farmed and or geared faster.
Oh, cool. We will go and check it out.
Always a welcome thing.
Yep. Thank you all for coming and hanging out and having fun. Thank you for everyone who donated today. That was fun. Thank you for letting me totally get smashed in the face horribly with my Sith Empire. I did take on...
They were all pretty nice.
Like Relic 5. Yeah, Relic 5, Relic 3 and Relic 5 team. That was probably my bad for taking in a Gear 12 tank that gets dispelled. I should have done a dual tank and done 2 Relic tanks. That was my bad. Actually, I did have 2 tanks. I did have 2 tanks. I just should have had different. I should have had 3 tanks, and I should have done I should have done all relics, man. You don't do against relic 5 teams and not have relic 5. I can't believe I did that. Anyway, that's just I'm an idiot. That's what happens. So that's all good. But thank you all for coming on. I appreciate having fun. If you missed story time, you can go back after this video post and you can watch the first 15 minutes. We actually did a really fun story time at the beginning versus the end. As always, make sure you all have a wonderful time. You keep your gaming on. Warrior
and SureShot
out.